Welcome into Walter Davis Gymnasium here for this Hargrave versus New River Community College matchup. Last time we were here, I think we witnessed one of the better games that we've seen out of Hargrave. I think we witnessed them against Fork Union. It wasn't a blowout. It was just like we expected. It wasn't too much scoring going on in the game, but it went down to the wire, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. I mean, it was walk-off free throws. Three walk-off free throws, down to hit three to win by 1 point. It was just unbelievable. I've never seen an ending quite like that personally in my life. It was awesome.
And tonight is Hargrave's senior night. So for their starting lineups, they will have Kewan Johnson, Trey Grundy, John Davis, Daniel Purifoy, and Hunter Swaggy Shelton. New River, of course, will have Jordan Price, L.J. Reed, Jalen Kuntz, Chris Dobbins, and Jordan Alexander, and we'll take you right to that action as they are set to tip. Reed against Grundy, and New River wins the tip. Price with the basketball at the top of the key. Price searching for an open man, drives in the middle of the lane, almost pulls up, has it stolen. And you hear the big time slam out of Daniel Purifoy, just so electrified for the senior night. L.J. Reed with the ball in the backcourt, pushing it up, met by two Hargrave defenders. Kicks it over to Chris Dobbins. Chris Dobbins with the ball in the front court. Kicks it to Jordan Alexander for the three. He pulls up, can't get it to go. It's knocked out of bounds, and it will be New River ball.
That was a rip-roaring start there with that breakaway jam, and just a good start. They're able to force turnovers. They forced 23 turnovers last time we were here, and were a big reason why they were able to win that game against Fork Union.
Alexander to Kuntz. Kuntz at the top of the key. Kuntz to Price. Price with the ball. He's going to set it up and reset. Down inside into the post, outside to the right wing to Jordan Alexander for the three. He can't get it to go. It's rebounded by New River. Chris Dobbins with the basketball. He will back it back out. He will drive on the inside, pull up at that right elbow, can't get it to go. And New River with another opportunity with the ball. Jordan Price driving down the left side, shoots it, can't get it to go as well. Finally, rebounded by John Davis. John Davis pushing it up the floor. John Davis with the in and out, gets inside the lane, kicks it to Johnson. Johnson goes up, can't get it to go, and he will go to the free throw line as he is immediately fouled.
That was a very, very good move there. And on that last possession, you know, New River Community College, they're not a big team at all, and they were able to get 3 offensive rebounds on that one possession.
Well, see, that's the funny thing about New River. You say that they're not a big team. So you would expect a team like Hargrave to dump it down into the inside into possibly like Kewan Johnson or Trey Grundy. But you know what? I don't think they're going to do that. Now, they started off with that, but this is a team that takes a lot of threes.
Oh, yeah. And they split the free throws here. It's 3-0 now. Hargrave just a little over a minute into this game.
Reed driving up the left side, continuing the drive, throws it up, can't get it to go, but the rebound is put back up and in by Chris Dobbins.
Yeah, it was a good offensive rebound. Cut this 3-2. You know, you have to be happy right now if you're New River Community College. It's only down 3-2, almost 2 minutes into this game.
18 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the first half. 3-2, Hargrave up 1. John Davis on the drive, tries to throw it up, can't get it to go. Jordan Price on the drive, gets it to go, and he throws up an amazing layup, and somehow, some way, he got it to go high off the glass.
Yeah, first lead now for New River Community College, and that was a heck of a layup. You know, put that high off the glass.
Yes, it was.
Oh,
Grundy with the fadeaway, he somehow got it to go.
That was the friendly home roll right there to get that to go down.
Almost stolen. Alexander throws the errant bounce pass to Reed.
Yeah, that vaunted Hargrave, they're able to almost get another turnover there, and lead now 5-4 with 17:42 left in the first half.
Reed on the inbound, searching for an open man, gets it to Alexander in the corner. Thought about pulling it up, but kicks it back outside to Price, who swings it back outside to Alexander once again. Now Price has the basketball. At the top of the key, he will reset the play as he is met by John Davis with some stifling defense, throws it out of bounds to Jordan Alexander. He can't handle the pass, and it will be Hargrave basketball.
You know, these unforced turnovers, New River cannot do that whatsoever. They cannot force these unforced turnovers because Hargrave will make them pay for it.
Hargrave 5, New River 4, 17 minutes and 16 seconds remaining in the first half. Purifoy fakes the handoff, hands it off to Swaggy Hunter Shelton. Goes up for the drive, takes it up, can't get it to go. Rebounded by Chris Dobbins, outlet to Jordan Price. Jordan Price will push it up the floor. Finds Jordan Alexander in the corner for 3, and he knocks it down. Excuse me, that was Chris Dobbins.
You know, that's almost the 4th time to try. They're 0 for 3 from the three-point line, and they're able, well, almost, there you go.
And Hargrave dominating on the inside with second chance opportunities, gets it to go. Chris Dobbins finds Jordan Alexander in the corner for 3, and he knocks down the first one.
Yeah, 2 back-to-back three-pointers. They're 0 for 3 before that, and A.W. Hamilton's going to call a 30-second timeout.
Yeah, he's calling a timeout. I think he's a little bit mad at the defense that Hargrave is playing, allowing Jordan Alexander to freely shoot it in the corner. That's his 3rd 3, and most of the threes that he's taken have hit off the front of the rim, but he was finally able to find his rhythm, catch it in stride, set his feet, set his shoulders, and knock it down. And that's normally what good shooters do.
And you know, it's crazy as, you know, 16:32 left, you know, just almost 4 minutes into the game, and New River has had over 10 field goal opportunities already off offensive rebounds.
You've really been counting all their field goal opportunities.
Yes.
Man, you are amazing. I don't need a statistician anymore, you guys. Brandon Burnett has it under control.
Yep. Keep it in my head every now and again.
Man, that's amazing because I can't do that and play-by-play at the same time. That's tough. Purifoy on the inbounds to Davis. Davis will walk it up the floor, calls out the play, sets it up, sends Purifoy to the other side. Waiting for Tyron Taylor, who has checked into the game but loses the basketball. It's stolen, and Chris Dobbins has it in the front court to Jordan Price. Jordan Price with the basketball. Back around to L.J. Reed. Back to Jalen Kuntz. Fires the 3. Jordan Alexander, and he is not afraid to take a shot.
No, he is not.
He hasn't seen a shot he doesn't like at all. Ooh. And who do we have in the game as well? I think that's Scott Meredith for 3.
Yeah, Meredith is able to knock that down. That's their first three-pointer of the game for Hargrave. So that's big for them, 10-10.
Dobbins to Price. Price at the top of the key, met by Purifoy. Bounce pass into Dobbins. Dobbins at that elbow. Gives it to Jordan Alexander. Jordan Alexander driving the length of the court. Kicks it in the corner to L.J. Reed. Can't get it to go. Purifoy on the rebound. Throws it back in to Chris Dobbins. He gets the steal, goes up with it. And now New River has a 12-10 lead with 15 minutes and 20 seconds remaining.
Another offensive rebound for New River. They have really been able to dictate the offensive glass so far.
Scott Meredith to Tyrone Taylor. Back to Scott Meredith for the 3, and he knocks it down. 13-12, 15 minutes remaining, and I don't think New River can continue to go back and forth with the points or bucket for bucket with Hargrave.
Well, you know, we have to tell people that Scott Meredith hit 18 three-pointers. 18 three-pointers.
I think he set a new record. I've never seen that before.
I've never heard of anybody hitting 18 three-pointers. That's a smart timeout by New River there. Almost a 10-second violation.
Well, they had to call a timeout there. They would have called that 10-second violation just like you said. I mean, listen, Hargrave's defense can be stifling at times. They'll give a lot up on the back end if you happen to beat them, but most of the time they get a lot of turnovers in the backcourt that really players should just calm themselves down, relax, and just look and search for the open man, because if 2 people are on you, somebody's open, Brandon.
Absolutely. It's basic math, basically. You know, when you
basic math,
basic subtraction, basically. But it's just amazing. They average 26 forced turnovers a game. 26. Well, that's incredible.
The funny thing is, when you're at a trap, man, your adrenaline's pumping, especially if you're a guard. So you're not really thinking about it. You know, you want the ball out of your hands. Sometimes you want to choose to dribble it, but you still need to just calm down, relax, search for the open man. That's what you really need to do in that situation. But a lot of guards, you find a lot of times, they will throw the ball away or make an errant pass.
You know, the thing with New River right now, when they've been able to get the shots, they've been getting good shots. They haven't hit all of them, but they've been getting good shots and second chance opportunities. and that's key going down the stretch if New River wants to pull off a massive upset.
Andrew Glover and Clarence Hoover into the game for Hargrave. New River will keep their remaining starting 5. L.J. Reed on the inbounds to Dobbins. Dobbins with the ball. He is met by Grundy. Fights through a double team, kicks it outside to Jordan Alexander, but the bucket and the shot will not count as the foul was called.
You know, there's only 2 team fouls combined already, and that's pretty low for a Hargrave game. Hargrave's a very physical team. They also get to the line a lot, too.
Alexander with the catch, throws it to Kuntz. Kuntz back around to L.J. Reed for the shot in the short corner, and he gets it to go. Tyron Taylor pushing it up the court, kicks it to Scott Meredith on the wing for another 3, and that is 3 trays for Scott Meredith, 16-14, and he's starting off early. He already has 9 points.
That's unbelievable. He's able to hit these, and it looks like he's almost open every single time. They're going to have to double team him when he gets the ball on the inside, and they're able to neutralize right there. With
Dobbins forcing up a shot in the middle of the paint, and somehow, some way, he gets it to go.
Yeah,
Andrew Glover with the fake. Hands it off to Taylor. Taylor will pull it with no hesitation. He will not make it, but Reed will crash for the board. Reed pushing it up the floor, and he doesn't seem confident with his handle until he crossed it over to Jordan Price. Back to Jordan Alexander for the 3 at the wing. Can't get it to go. Tyron Taylor on the push. Sees Scott Meredith in the open floor. Left-handed layup, and it is now 18-16. Hargrave with 13 minutes and 32 seconds remaining. Dobbins up the floor, catches it on that right wing, met by a double team. He'll try to get it out of his hands. He'll step out of bounds from the pressure, and it will be Hargrave basketball.
Yeah, another forced turnover there. And quick note, Meredith has 11 of Hargrave's 18 points already. That's unbelievable. He has 11 of their 18 points already.
So what you mean to tell me he's almost already beating New River by himself?
Yep, almost. Almost.
Purifoy on the drive, slight fadeaway, gets it inside the paint. 20-16 as they increase the lead to 4. McGee on the inbounds, passes it to Dobbins. He can't handle the pass, and it will be out of bounds.
Another unforced turnover.
Another unforced turnover, as my colleague proceeds to tell me, and Hines checks into the game for Dobbins.
You see, the New River will not be able to survive in this game if they make turnovers like that.
Polche also into the game for Hargrave. Scott Meredith on the inbounds to Polche, gets it back, steps back behind the line, almost for a 3 to Hoover at the top of the key. Hoover met by Dobbins. Hoover will reset, will drop, will fake the drive, hands it off to Scott Meredith. Scott Meredith pulls up at the elbow, short. Reed with the rebound. Reed to McGee. McGee pushing it up the front court. McGee is met by Meredith. McGee will reset the play as well. He is met by Meredith at the top of the key. He crosses over, tries to find himself inside the lane, bounce pass to Reed, but it is blocked and rejected by Purifoy. However, the ref will call the foul.
I thought it was a good block, but apparently the referee saw it differently.
You know, sometimes you think it's all ball, but listen, this is my gripe about it. I was watching the Cleveland Cavaliers last night against the Golden State Warriors, and if you looked at the foul disparity there and some of the touch fouls that were called on one end but weren't called on the other, yeah, you're going to think a little some type of way about it as well.
Yeah, it's just for some reason officiating nowadays in any sport, college, anything, will always be kind of one-sided at times. Then sometimes they won't call anything.
Funny thing is, Brandon, we're broadcasters and we really can't get in trouble for talking about the officiating as he knocks down 2 of 2 from the free throw line. 12 minutes and 30 seconds remaining, 20-18. Taylor takes the 3 without hesitation, gets his own rebound, kicks it to Purifoy, ball fake, shoots the 3, and he knocks it down, stretching the floor and stretching the lead to 5 as well. Hines on the inbounds to McGee. McGee being pressured by Meredith. Driving up the right line side of the floor. He will push off, but Meredith will be called for the foul.
Yeah, Meredith was crowding him a little bit, but looked like they're... Oh, I've been handed a note that Scott Meredith has come back from an abdomen injury, so he's
still able to do that?
He's still doing that. That's amazing.
Oh, goodness.
He
will come out the game, and Hunter Shelton will get in for him. Bounce pass to Dobbins, almost loses the ball to McGee on the left wing, goes up with it. Nice pass to number 34, Charles Howard, who has entered the game for New River. Jordan Alexander with the ball, met by John Davis into Howard. Howard with the ball, fakes the handoff to Dobbins. Dobbins step back, shoots the shot over top, can't get it to go. John Davis tries to get the rebound, but it will be Hargrave basketball.
Yeah, that was good defense by Hargrave, and they were going deep into the shot clock, and they had to put up a tough shot and weren't able to knock it down.
11 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the first half, and it is 23-18. John Davis will walk it up the floor, slowing the tempo down just a little bit, something that Hargrave really doesn't do. They really like to get out and push the tempo and score a lot of points. You really can't go bucket for bucket with this team.
And they also shoot a lot of threes.
Yeah, a lot of threes, as they have shown you already. Backdoor alley-oop, can't get it to go.
Man, that was really close. They were able to get alley-oop, but they were not able to knock it away.
McGee with the basketball at the top of the key, searching for an open man, kicks it to Hines on that left wing. Hines looking for a post-entry pass, can't get it to Jordan Alexander. Pulls the three with no question. But the rebound by Howard gets it back on the inside over the left shoulder and gets it to go. John Davis pushing the floor up to the tempo, gets in the middle of the lane, throws it up. Will the bucket count?
Call it on the floor, it seemed like.
They're going to call it on the floor. It's 23-20, 10 minutes and 56 seconds remaining. If you're just now joining us, it has been a pretty good game. Now, Hargrave should really be getting it to the inside on this team because of how undersized they really are.
But what's so crazy, this is the thing. Well, actually, I'm sorry, they actually did count the basket.
Oh, so they did count the basket. That makes it 25-20. Hargrave extending the lead to 5.
They didn't do a very good job clarifying that, but I guess there's a little confusion there. But no, it's crazy that all the offensive rebounds that New River Community College is able to get in this game so far, that's the reason why this is a close game right now.
Kewan Johnson has re-entered the game for Hargrave. Hines on the inbounds, met by Purifoy. Hines searching for an open man, bounce pass to Dobbins over to McGee. McGee with the crossover, driving, blazing into the front court, throws it up off the glass for the nice layup over Kewan Johnson.
Yeah, I was able to go just coast to coast right down the floor.
Davis finds Tyrone Taylor in the corner, but before Tyrone can shoot, he steps out of bounds.
Yeah, he had his foot on the line. I think when he caught the ball, he pivoted a little bit, and his heel was on the line. But a rare turnover by Hargrave.
McGee to Dobbins. Dobbins met by Hoover in the backcourt. Behind his back, met by a double team. Tries to split it. Hoover with the steal. He's going to drive. Goes up with the athleticism. Can't get it to go. But Tyrone Taylor will finish. But a blocking call will be called. So we're not so sure if the bucket is going to count. Did the bucket go in before the blocking foul was called? Or will they negate the bucket?
That was. It seemed like it was a delayed whistle to me.
It really was a delayed whistle. He took his time making it.
That was a pretty slow developing blocking call because it definitely wasn't blocked. I mean, that was the correct call, but
I'm
surprised. I looked like they were just going to let it go, and he was going to get the offensive rebound tip in. And they're counting the basket.
Well, just like we said, the bucket counts 28-22, 10 minutes and 29 seconds remaining, and Hoover will go to the free throw line for one.
Hoover, 6'3" guard from Piscatay, New Jersey.
Say that 3 times fast.
Yeah, that's pretty hard. Piscatay, New Jersey.
You're going to try, really?
No. I gave up. Once is enough.
Unless I triple dog dare you. If I triple dog dare you, you have to do it on air.
If you triple dog dare me, I'll do it. Largest lead of the game now, 29-22.
You're right. Hoover knocks it down. Jalen Jordan, who was into the game, will be running a little bit of the point forward. He had the basketball, kicked it to McGee. McGee on the drive, in and out, loses the basketball to Howard, back to Hines in that short corner. Alexander thought about it, goes up with the left hand, but it is immediately rejected. Somehow, some way, they get the rebound back, and it is at the top of the key with McGee. McGee finding himself inside the lane, throws it up off the glass, throws up a hope and a prayer, and God answers.
That's the second straight time he's taking the ball right down Main Street and is able to get it to go.
John Davis with the basketball. Back to Tyrone Taylor. Back to John Davis. Around to Purifoy. Ball fake. Purifoy in and out. Goes to the middle of the lane. Thought he was going to try to jam it, but he is immediately fouled. As Howard probably, Howard did the right thing because he knew the repercussions that were coming with that.
Oh yeah, yeah, he was going to get thunderized if that ball had not knocked out of his hands.
Sometimes you know what's best to do? Don't jump if you're in the way. Sometimes
right.
Just get out the way. Don't jump. Purifoy knocks down the first. Scott Meredith re-enters the game for Tyrone Taylor.
You know, Meredith has 3 3-pointers already, and I mentioned earlier he hit 18 just a little less than a month ago in one game. So
that's ridiculous. No way somebody hits 18 3-pointers on me when I'm playing. He's got to get fouled. I'm sorry.
I would triple team somebody, and they hit both free throws.
That's just like when, remember, who was it? Jack Taylor at Gwinnett High School scored like 100 and some points. No way that happens to me. Or if Kobe scores 81, that man has to get fouled.
Yep. Hargrave intercepts a pass and got a chance to cut this, push this back up to 10 possibly.
Hoover with a nice acrobatic layup gets it to go from the pass from Purifoy. 33-24. The lead is extended to 9 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in this first half. McGee on the inbounds, almost stolen and ripped away by Purifoy. Still driving up the floor is Jordan. Jordan, reverse, all the way baseline, can't get it to go. It is out of bounds on his kneecap, and it will be Hargrave basketball.
Yeah. Hargrave's style of play is really bothering New River Community College. You could tell that they're mentally starting to already.
So they're producing a lot of turnovers, making those mental mistakes that you're talking about, and you could see this probably getting out of hand really quick.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, 9-point game now, possibly get to 10.
Scott Meredith in the corner, head fake, kicks it to John Davis, open at the top of the key for 3, but he misses it badly.
Yeah, that was a good shot too, but Davis, when he just sometimes he's a little too open.
Reed with the basketball, gets a little fancy with it, kicks it to Price. Price back into this game. Kicks it to Reed. Reed in the corner, in between his legs, pulls up the jumper, can't get it to go. And Davis with the rebound outlets the pass to Hoover. Hoover takes the dribble, pump fake, goes up with it, and he will be immediately fouled by Reed. He will go to the free throw line for 2. 33-24, 8 minutes and 33 seconds remaining in the first half.
Yeah, I'm very impressed with what Hargrave's been able to do to stretch this lead out if he hits his free throw double digits.
Trey Grundy set to come into the game. I think he's coming in for the shooter, if I'm not mistaken.
I think they hit the buzzer a little early.
No, he will be coming in for Kewan Johnson.
I said this is a really big danger time now for New River Community College because they could end up getting down by 20 plus by doing it in the halftime.
Hoover knocks down them both from the charity stripe. Bounce pass into Price. Price tries to split a double team as he is met by 2 Hargrave defenders. He splits it behind the back. Fancy dribbles, goes coast to coast, tries to finger roll, and is immediately rejected by Hoover from the help side.
And they call a loose ball foul, and that'll be the 16th foul, so we're going to be in the bonus next foul, so that's not surprising.
That's not surprising to you, Brandon?
No, that's because they're just a very physical team, and the teams get frustrated with their type of play, and they'll just commit silly fouls.
35-24, 8 minutes and 15 seconds. Pass to Scott Meredith in the corner, hesitates, takes the 3, hits off the back iron.
Rare miss by Scott Meredith.
Rare miss. L.J. Reed pushing it up the floor. Crossover. Kicks it to Price. Price at the top of the key, met by John Davis. Price back to Reed on that right wing. Back to Price. Inside. Goes up with it and gets the foul call.
35-24. They got to see. They got to. I know it's a lot of time left until halftime, but they've got to keep this game under double digits going into halftime to get some kind of momentum in the second half.
Well, the thing is, one of their main shooters, especially that I've been noticing, is now on the bench, and he's been on the bench for quite some time now. Jordan Alexander, who probably hasn't seen a shot he doesn't like this entire game, and he will let it go with a green light at all times.
Yeah.
But he's sitting on the bench a little bit, and he's at the bottom of the bench, so maybe we won't see him. I mean, maybe we'll see him a little bit longer, but, normally when you're at the bottom of the bench, but he is with the coaches. That's the one thing I have noticed. They have coaches at the bottom of the bench and the top of the bench.
Yeah, no, head coach Lamar Martin, I mean, I'm pretty sure he told him that he has the green light whenever he gets a shot.
I'm pretty sure you're right.
Red light, green light for him. Well, that was a green light there, but he was not able to hit it.
Yeah, but that was somebody that probably shouldn't have taken the three. Trey Grundy, haven't seen him make that many this season.
Yeah, and that's why they probably left him alone.
Price goes up with it, can't get it to go. Tyron Taylor pushing it up the floor, the Wichita State product. Finds Scott Meredith in the corner for three. Can't get it to go, but Hoover on the rebound. The little man on the inside tips it in, and it is 37-26. Another second chance opportunity for Hargrave. Bad pass.
And yet another
Bad
turnover.
pass from L.J. Reed to Jalen Jordan, and it's out of bounds, and it will be.
Yet another.
I was waiting for the announcer.
Yet another bad turnover by New River Community College. It's not working right now for New River.
You're right, it's not worth it. And Jalen Kuntz is in the game. Tyron Taylor with the pressure applied from Jordan Price. Tyron Taylor kicks it to Scott Meredith. Thought about the three but hesitated, and he will back it back out and wait for the high screen. Meredith finds Tyron Taylor on the drive, may have taken a couple steps, but finds Purifoy in the corner for three. And that is 40-26. They have their biggest lead of the game, and they are up by 14.
Yeah, largest lead of the game now, and this is a very, very big danger spot for New River.
Bounce pass to Hines. Hines goes up with it. He is rejected by Grundy, but a foul will be called, and Hines will go to the free throw line for two.
Yeah, two shots here, trying to get this game back to 12. But I tell you that it's every time it looks like they might get a little momentum to cut it into single digits. Hargrave just punched them right in the nose.
Hey, honestly, Brandon, they might want to go on a run now, and they might want to make their free throws because this is going to get out of hand quickly and in a hurry.
Oh, absolutely, especially the way Hargrave shoots threes. I mean, Hargrave can hit 2 or 3 in a row before you even blink. And he misses both free throw shots, so that's not helping.
Purifoy on the rebound. He's going to bring it up the court himself, drops it like James Harden, kicks it to Hoover in the corner, drives on the inside, finds himself in the paint, finds Tyrone Taylor for the three off the back iron, but tipped up and in from Purifoy once again. Hines on the inbounds to Price. Price behind his back, almost stolen and almost loses it. Price with the bounce pass, and on the drive, the reverse. Kuntz just can't handle it, but Kuntz gets his own rebound. Kuntz to Hines. Hines with the fake spin move, half, goes up with it, and rejected once again by Purifoy as he slams the ball to the ground.
I'd be a little careful there, but that's a little. But that seemed like he went up straight, but yeah. I think he got him with the body.
Well, he's a little frustrated because, like you said, he feels like he went up straight. But sometimes you get him with the body, sometimes you don't. But either way, Hines and the rest of New River haven't really been making their free throws this evening.
Yeah, they've just missed 2 straight, and they hit the first. But
looks like I jinxed him in the good way. Now he made his free throws.
He jinxed him in the positive.
That's what it was a positive for him.
In the positive.
Maybe I need to say that more often for him.
Well, I tell you, I mean, they need all the help they can get right now offensively.
Yeah, you're down by 15, 42-27, 5 minutes and 56 seconds remaining until halftime. Hines misses the second. Tyron Taylor pushing it, searching for an open man as they try to break it away. They're going to try to up this score just a little bit more. Pass to Hoover on that wing. Hoover driving right back, hands it off to Scott Meredith. Scott Meredith with the ball will reset to Grundy. Pass broken up, stolen by Jordan, back to Haynes, hands it off to Price. Price driving up the right side of the floor. He's going to reset as well. Price, bounce pass into Jordan. Jordan with the fake handoff, pulls up above the free throw line, can't get it to go. Price almost grabs the rebound, gets it to Kuntz, back around to L.J. Reed, can't get it to go, and now I'm not so sure what the call was. It was over the back, over the back on Kuntz.
And this was, if I'm not mistaken, they'll be in the bonus now, and it'll be 1-1. So 42-27. And I believe New River called a timeout.
Yeah, timeout called by New River as Zach McDaniel enters the game for Hargrave. Now listen, this lead is 42-27, 5 minutes, 14 seconds remaining. What do you think New River needs to do to get back into this game? Should they fall into the trap and continue to shoot more threes and put up bucket for bucket with Hargrave? Or should they just try to lock down on defense and stop throwing turnovers?
Stop the turnovers. Every time they turn the ball over, something good happens for Hargrave. Hargrave comes down, they'll hit a three. The last 2 times they've scored, they've had buckets where they literally just tip the ball in the basket. Just almost like it's volleyball. They just tip the ball in the basket. And it's funny because the way this game started, New River was killing it on the offensive glass. It's been reversed. Hargrave is the one killing it on the offensive glass.
Well, the thing is with Hargrave, I think they're doing just a little bit of both. I think they're knocking down the open threes,
yes,
and they're getting into the open man, but they're also attacking the basket at all times. They're not just knocking down threes like we're accustomed to seeing, getting Scott Meredith and Tyron Taylor and Purifoy involved from beyond the arc. These are the same type of guys that if you allow it, they will beat you off the dribble, get in that inside, and make layups over top of you every time.
Well, I mean, in their 42 points, they've hit 5 3-pointers. And everything else has come pretty much within the paint.
Scott Meredith at the free throw line. It's a 1-and-1, but he knocks it down. Of course, exactly what we thought. When somebody hits 18 3-pointers, you just expect them to make every shot they take from here on out. It's kind of like Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. Every time they shoot it at the rim, you probably think it's going in. Knocks down the second one.
When I watched the Warriors play last week and I saw them play the Spurs, and I was like, every time Curry shot, I thought it was going in.
Price to Reed to Kuntz. Back to L.J. Reed. Chris Dobbins has also entered the game along with Jordan Alexander. Reed Alexander thinking about the shot, gets it down into Dobbins. Dobbins in the post over Kewan Johnson. Goes up for it, and a foul will be called, but really don't understand the foul call because, to be honest with you, Kewan Johnson was straight up.
He was.
Didn't use anybody at all. He was straight up. I don't know if it's a makeup call or anything like that, but I just don't feel like the foul should have been called on that play. He did just like Tim Duncan would advise you to do, and that is stay straight up, stay tall, stay big, and don't reach. Dobbins misses the first.
And that's the one thing that's really killing New River. They're missing a lot of foul shots now.
Well, that has been killing them. I mean, they've been to the free throw line just as much as Hargrave, especially in the last 10 minutes.
Now. Yeah, 7-7 right now, foul differential.
And Dobbins makes the second one, 44-28, 4 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in the first half. Tyron Taylor pushes it, throw it behind his back, and he'll back it back out. He'll call out a play, and he'll wait for it. Kicks it to Scott Meredith in the corner. Scott Meredith searching for an open man to Hoover. Hoover closely attended by Reed, back to Scott Meredith for three. And what do you know? He knocks down another one and extends the lead to 19.
Number 4 now, and I'm surprised. I thought Hargrave was going to get a foul, a loose ball foul there, but 19-point game now. Actually, they did call a foul. They called a loose ball foul, so it'll be 1-1 for New River.
You're kind of surprised it was a foul, but did you see how Kuntz looked at the referee in frustration, like, listen, please get him off of me, or listen, I might have to throw some of these elbows here.
Yeah. I mean, they got to do something. They're now 19 now. They got to do something to get this team. They got to go on some kind of little run before halftime to make this game, at least. Well,
Kuntz getting his opportunity and misses the free throws. John Davis with the ball. John Davis trying to find Scott Meredith as he is hot again in between his legs. Almost crosses up Jordan Alexander. Finds Zach McDaniel in the corner for a three, but he can't make it.
Yeah, that was
Alexander on the rebound. Price with the basketball.
That was a good box out on the other end by New River, and 47-28 now.
And Price is called for the carrying violation.
Did they call 5 seconds? Or
no, they called a carrying violation on Price. He carried the ball over the top.
Yeah, another turnover. Another turnover by New River. That is something that is a cardinal sin when you play against Hargrave.
Yeah. McGee into the game for Kuntz. Scott Meredith backs it back out to Tyron Taylor. Tyron Taylor on the drive finds Johnson, goes up for the dunk. But the foul is called late, and he will go to the free throw line.
Oh,
excuse me. It's not a foul. It is a jump ball. Alexander got up with him, but it still will be Tigers basketball.
Yeah, I tell you, man, that was a good clean block too. I mean, that was a really good block.
Well, the referee had me confused just a little bit. I thought it might have been a foul call.
It was a really odd call.
But Johnson gets it on the inbound, showing his strength, and goes up with it with ease.
Yeah, 21-point game now.
Reed to Dobbins, back to Reed, back to Price at the top of the key. Price is going to set it up. He's going to search for the open man. He's going to try not to get called for that 5-second violation, but it is almost stolen off the bounce pass by Kewan Johnson.
You know, you think about it, Hargrave's been able to do everything. Three-pointers, inside, offensive rebounding, forcing turnovers.
Dobbins goes up with it as Tyron Taylor tries to take a charge. There is a no call, but Dobbins gets the layup to go. 49-30, the lead is 19, 3 minutes remaining in the first half.
I think that was a good no call, by the way. I don't think he was in position.
John Davis goes up with it, and he is rejected by Price off the help side defense. No-look bounce pass from Price to McGee. A silly pass. Didn't make any eye contact, and he just threw it out of bounds once again, and another turnover for New River Community College.
Well, yeah, yet another unforced turnover. I mean, Hargrave wasn't even really aware that they were making the pass, and he just threw it away.
Could have had an easy, wide-open layup.
Yeah, I know, because it's killing. It's absolutely killing New
Davis
River.
to Taylor to Scott Meredith. Meredith back to Taylor. Inside to McDaniel. McDaniel with the spin goes up with it, but he is fouled by Dobbins. And McDaniel will go to the free throw line for 2. 49-30 if you're just now tuning in with us. Live from Walter Davis Gymnasium.
That's a big development. Chris Dobbins has 3 fouls.
And he seems to be one of the most assertive guys out there as far as for this New River offense.
He really is probably the best offensive player they have.
Yes.
So, I mean, this is a real big problem for them right now because they're about ready. You know, he will not be coming back in this half. So,
well, Jalen Jordan comes in for Chris Dobbins. McDaniel makes his first free throw, makes the second one as well, extends this lead 51-30. A 21-point lead, almost going into halftime. Nice ball work into Alexander for the 3 off the back iron. He can't get it to go. Tyron Taylor pushing it up the court as they have numbers. Taylor gets into the lane, goes up with the right hand, can't get it to go, and Alexander grabs the board. Alexander pushing it up the floor. Never met a shot he didn't like, but kicks it out to McGee to set it back up, back around to Price. Price met by Meredith. 2 minutes remaining in this game to Alexander on that right wing. Nice ball movement. Gets it into Reed, and Reed finally with some help from the rim gets it to go, 51-32.
That's the first time they've hit a jump shot in a while. I mean, they have not been able to buy a jump shot in the last about 7 or 8 minutes.
It's been a long time, and I don't know where the nearest Walmart is for them to buy a jumper. Meredith off the screen, takes the 3, can't get it to go, but Davis gets the board. Davis being hounded by Price, he is picked up by McGee. Davis on the drive, poked from behind, gets the ball back, kicks it out to McDaniel. McDaniel with the head fake, goes up with it, and gets the not-so-easy layup.
Yeah, he took it up strong there, and, he played through the contact, able to get it to go.
Alexander wide open in the corner. It rims in and out, and my goodness, they can't get the second chance opportunity to go. Meredith on the drive, gives it to Tyrone Taylor, tries to go with it with the left hand, can't get it to go. Price rebounded, pushing it up the floor. He doesn't have numbers, but he will try to one-on-one. Now, a nice acrobatic layup with the right hand on the left side. I don't know how he got it to go, but it went in.
I mean, that was crazy. That's the second or third time I've seen them hit a layup. It will just look so acrobatic.
And even though it seems like New River just gets out and goes and gets wide open layups, they're still down by 19, Brandon.
I know. It's funny because this margin the last 2 or 3 minutes has been 21 or 19, and they can't get it any closer than 19, and that is a big problem for New River. I mean, they just can't cut into this lead enough to make it make this a little bit of a worry wart for Hargrave going into halftime.
Well, and also, I mean, I think a lot of their scorers, especially like Chris Dobbins and Jordan Alexander. They just haven't been hitting like they would like to, and especially Jordan Alexander, he's in foul trouble at this point. So it's really getting out of hand. They can't make their free throws. They're throwing a lot of turnovers, and they're playing right into Hargrave's hands.
Oh, yeah, with those turnovers, especially the unforced turnovers, I'm not taking anything away from Hargrave, but a lot of these turnovers that New River has had have been turnovers that have been completely, let's just say, not defensive cause turnovers. And that is a killer against a team that runs like this team does, and also the way they shoot as well. Because they can get in transition and they can knock down a three-pointer, just like that.
Well, Hargrave has a lot of D1 talent on their team, and I'm not going to say anything about the other team, but I'm willing to go out on a limb here and say that New River doesn't have a lot of D1 nor D2 talent on their team.
Yeah, it doesn't seem that way.
Ball stolen, New River with it in the front court. Jordan Alexander with the pass to McGee, back to Reed. Gets the layup. Don't know if they'll count it, as the charge was called.
Yeah, he was in position, so that was a good call.
Andrew Glover was definitely in position. The basket will not count. It is 53-34. The lead is still 19. 34 seconds remaining in this half. And if I'm not mistaken, there is no shot clock.
Nope, shot clock has been turned off.
So they can hold it for the last shot, but Hargrave might be the type of team to get 2 and 1 at the same time.
Oh, yeah. No, Hargrave doesn't seem like a team that will hold for the last shot.
Exactly.
Usually they'll go for it quicker than that.
Grundy with the basketball, kicks it to Glover. Glover searching for the open man, met with some pressure defense, hands it off to Tyrone Taylor. Tyrone Taylor, spin move, the Wichita State product, finds Grundy. Grundy pulls it up. Soft touch, but can't get it to go. Rebounded by New River. McGee pushing it up with 2 seconds left. Half-court shot. It is short, and this will be the halftime. It will be end of the first half, 53-34. Hargrave up 19, and we'll be right back with a little bit of a halftime report and more from YTV4.
Countdown to savings begin at Jim Mills Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. 10, 9, 8. Just days to save during the big finish. 7, 6, 5. Get up to $6,250 off MSRP on select 2014 models. New 2015 Chrysler 200 from $285 a month. All with a big lifetime engine warranty. 4, 3, 2, 1. Sale you don't want to miss at Jim Mills Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
Have you been denied Social Security disability? If you have, don't give up. At Gardner, Barrow & Sharp, we've helped hundreds of people get the disability benefits they deserve. Give us a call for a free evaluation of your claim. We're located at 231 East Church Street, the Fidelity Bank Building in Martinsville. And you can get a free brochure concerning your Social Security disability rights by calling us. Our telephone number is 638-2455. That's Gardner, Barrow & Sharp. The best value in country club membership is Forest Park Country Club, located at the end of beautiful tree-lined Mulberry Road, and our special membership rate is just $100 a month. Forest Park Country Club is open to the public as well. This course will challenge every part of your golf game. Come join us at the park. 18 holes of play, $17 Monday through Thursday, $23 Friday through Sunday. A $15.50 Tuesday special for the ladies and a $15.50 Thursday special for seniors 60 and over. Walk-ins subject to tee time availability. Call the Pro Shop for tee times. The telephone number at 276-632-1711. Forest Park Country Club is conveniently located at 1821 Mulberry Road in Martinsville. Give us a call if you have any questions, 632-1711. But more importantly, get out those golf clubs and come join us for a round at the park.
The men and women who volunteer for our armed forces exemplify courage and leadership day in and day out through their service to our nation. When a service member transitions back to civilian life, often one of their first priorities is to try and find a job that gives them the means to support their spouse and family. If you're a small or large business employer, I want to remind you that our nation's veterans bring great value to the businesses and companies that hire them. The same discipline, confidence, and the skills that they honed in the military stay with them for life, and they can put them into practice in their workplace. That's why the Coalition to Salute America's Heroes is urging employers and businesses to hire smart and bet on a vet. Hiring a veteran is also the greatest way that you can show your appreciation for the service that they've provided to protect us and our freedom. To learn more, call 1-888-44-SALUTE or visit saluteheroes.org on the web. Thank you.
We're back with the halftime report from Wide TV 40. It is 53-34 as Hargrave is up on New River by 19 points. And it's been a pretty, I would say, a little bit of an entertaining first half, I would have to say. The first time we were here, we watched them play Fork Union, and that was probably one of the most entertaining games I've ever seen. Were you here for that game?
I sure was.
Well, you're here for every game. You have to be. You are the chief of staff. This is Tim Oded here with us, giving us a nice little interview. So, you've seen, how long have you been at Hargrave, sir?
I've been here for 10 years.
10 years?
Yes, sir. A full 10 years. I've been here with Coach Hamilton for 9 of those years, so I've seen a lot of great postgraduate basketball over the last decade.
So, okay, if you've seen a lot of postgraduate basketball, who would you say has been the most entertaining person to ever walk these halls on the basketball court? Who has been the guy that you could just go out and say every night was like, man, that guy's going to put on a show?
Oh, there's only one answer for the past 10 years, and right now the young man's at Louisville. Montrezl Harrell from North Carolina, just down the road. He was by far the best postgraduate basketball player I've seen. He has such a high motor, and he competed every time he set foot on the floor, and that's the kind of guy you just love to watch and coach.
The 10 years you've been here, what's one of your favorite memories of the post-grad basketball? Just in general, just what's one of your favorite memories?
Well, I'll tell you, we talked about it just a second ago. It happened this year, Fork Union here. A near miraculous shot at the end of the game as time expired with Tyrone Taylor hitting what must have been a 45-foot three-pointer to win the game. It's just tremendous.
It's just absolutely, a great program. Let's talk a little bit more about some of the relationships you've been able to form here over the last decade.
Well, I think what you hit on is really important. It is about relationships. It's about the relationships these young men have with our faculty and staff when they're here, because we're about producing more than basketball players. When these guys leave Hargrave, we want them to be the whole person and be able to go to college and be successful in the classroom, and be able to go to college and be successful young men of character. And we do that through the relationships they have with their teachers and coaches and staff while they're here.
So when you talk about relationships, what separates Hargrave from other institutions?
The structure we have. The structure we have, listen, it's not easy. It's not something that I will ever tell anybody is easy. But the structure we have, it really gives a young man something that he can rely on, that foundation for the rest of his life.
Now, obviously, when you go off to college, it's a lot to take in, especially if you're just in high school and things of that nature. Like when you go off to college, I mean, time management, for one, is something that is, trust me, for myself, it was hard to take in as well. So what do you teach these guys here? What are the morals of Hargrave? What do you teach them to help them when they get to college?
We focus on character. I mean, we have a character across the curriculum program. So, we talk about time management. We talk about punctuality. When you talk about being a good young man, we talk about respect, and we talk about citizenship. And these are all things that they learn here and apply when they get to school. And not just the postgraduates, but all of our young men really use those tools to be successful.
Well, you're talking about all these tools to be successful. What has helped you be successful, and what is something that you have helped instill into Hargrave that possibly wasn't here when you got here, or, that is here, but you had to stake a little more claim on it yourself?
Well, I think the thing that I think about is just commitment, and that's what it takes to be successful in life. if you're going to do something, be committed to doing it right. And you have the chance to reinforce that with our young men and role model it and show them how to do it, and then you show them what they get from commitment. And it's really exciting to see when they grasp it and apply it.
Now, last question before I get you out of here, and this was about that Tyron Taylor, making those 3 free throws, and it was about them playing Fork Union. Was it a foul or wasn't it?
Oh, it was absolutely a foul. We're here at Hargrave. We have a great crowd. At that point, if you're a referee, you have got to call that. But here, maybe a better question is, why did Fork Union not foul before he got the shot off? Put him on the free throw line for 2 free throws. It's a whole different ball game.
You sound like a man who has watched a lot of basketball, sir.
I spent my life doing it. I love it.
Did you play it as well?
I played in high school and I coached here for 9 years as well.
My goodness, so you know the talent as well. So you're already good. You already know exactly what to see on the floor.
You lay of the land.
There you go. Well, and when you get a chance to watch a team like the postgraduates, you learn a lot every time you see them.
Well, we thank Tim Oden for giving us that slight little interview here, and we hope we can do more Hargrave games in the future. We love doing it. So we'll be right back with more from YTV 40.
Need a standing seam or a 3-foot wide metal roof for your home, farm, or business? Max Kendall Lumber in 10 now offers financing on metal roofs. Max Kendall makes 20 colors and a 45-year warranty on American-made metal roofing for all of your needs. Max Kendall meets or beats anybody's price on 10. They also carry rough, dressed, or treated lumber that you can't find anywhere else. Plus, they have a drive-through lumber yard. Stop by one of Max Kendall's locations: Axton, Danville, Roanoke, Lynchburg, Stokesdale, or Hillsborough, North Carolina. Call them toll-free at 888-434-2825 or visit them on the web at maxkendalllumber.com.
I'm Buzz Aldrin, and over the years I've learned that in space or on the ground, there is no substitute for experience. If you're a small business owner just getting started or trying to grow, contact SCORE, America's volunteer counselors to small business. They can help you in every aspect of your business, and it's free.
Contact a SCORE counselor. Call 800-634-0245 or visit score.org.
Martinsville SCORE is located in the Chamber of Commerce building on Broad Street. Counseling is available each Thursday at 12 noon on a first-come, first-served basis. Phone 632-6401 for more information.
Join us for New Live with Pastor Terry Knighton Sunday nights at 8 p.m. here on TV 40.
Let the countdown to savings begin at Jim Mills Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. 10, 9, 8, just days to save during the big finish. 7, 6, 5. Get up to $6,250 off MSRP on select 2014 models. New 2015 Chrysler 200 from $285 a month. All with a big lifetime engine warranty. 4, 3, 2, 1 sale you don't want to miss at Jim Mills Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
We're back with the second half from YTV 40. If you're just now joining us, it is the second half, 53-34. Hargrave up by 19. Hasn't been much of a match here, especially in the first half after it got out of hand after a while. So what do you expect to see in this second half?
Well, Hargrave's just going to stick with their game. I mean, they played about as good as you can get.
Dobbins is back into the game after having 3 fouls on the drive. Kicks it to Alexander in the corner. Back to Reed. Reed for the 3. Can't get it to go, but Dobbins with the rebound. Dobbins in the short corner. Throws it up. Nice soft touch. and gets it to go as they come out scoring early, 53-36.
Yeah, Dobbins is a difference maker. Losing him with 3 fouls late in this half really hurt them.
Davis to Tyrone Taylor in the corner, and he knocks it down.
Yep,
and that is not the way you want it to start off if you're New River.
Yeah, and them already hit a 3 already in the second half.
Lead is already 20. Dobbins with the basketball, back to Reed, goes up with the left-handed, but has it rejected by Grundy. Saved by Purifoy, throws it back to Price. Price runs it down. Price with the crossover, throws it behind his back, almost loses the ball, doesn't pick it up for the carry. Almost has it stolen, has to get on the ground, but it will be a backcourt violation on New River as they give up another turnover.
Yeah, that whole possession was just a complete disaster. I mean, it wasn't working for New River.
You know what, Brandon? I like how this announcer keeps saying Hargrave basketball, like they didn't take it from Detroit basketball. Yeah, that's where they got it from. I remember that Detroit Pistons. Check me if I'm wrong.
Oh, hey, as a Laker fan, I remember that.
I turned my head for 1 second
and they come alley-oop.
And Miss Purifoy throw down one of the nastiest slams I've probably ever missed in my life. And they got it, and it's stolen once again.
Oh, man.
Out to Tyrone Taylor for the 3, can't get it, but comes from behind and almost swipes it away.
It almost gets it back, but no, when you were saying about Detroit,
yes,
as 2 Laker fans, I remember that series like it was yesterday.
That Isaiah Thomas series, or we're talking about
2004.
The Rip Hamilton?
Yes.
Rip Hamilton. Who else was on that team?
Rasheed Wallace,
Ben Wallace, Chauncey Billups, Tayshaun Prince. Dobbins goes up with it again and scores from the same side in that short corner, trying to keep them in the game, 58-38. John Davis with a mean crossover, lost the handle. He will throw it up, and he gets it to go. 60-38, up by 22, the Tigers.
Tigers just able to dictate their will right now.
Reed to Alexander in the corner, and Alexander knocks it down for 3, 41-60, cuts the lead to 19.
And this has been the stopping point. They've only been able to cut this down to 19. They can't get any further.
Yeah, but they keep giving up bucket after bucket, and we know that they can't go bucket for bucket with Hargrave.
Yeah, when you're down almost 20 points, you cannot trade baskets.
Tyrone Taylor wanting to press his luck just a little bit, fires the 3, but it goes over top of the rim. Reed, 2 stutter steps, hands it off to Alexander, back to Reed. Reed sizing Meredith up, throws it in the corner, pulls up, can't get it to go. Purifoy on the rebound, outlet to Tyrone Taylor, goes up with it, nice little bump, and gets the layup. That's what you call one of those James Harden Euro step kind of bumps. Goes up with it and finishes nicely.
Yeah, James Harden, the potential possibility of an MVP.
He should get the MVP.
Yes, he should.
I hate when they keep throwing LeBron James's name into the ring right now. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it, okay? James Harden's done more with less.
He's won enough MVPs.
Dobbins finds Alexander in the corner, but Alexander can't get it to go, and Davis gets the board. Davis pushing it up the floor, 62-41. Davis throws up the runner with a nice soft touch. Gets it to go once again, and they extend the lead to 23 with 16 minutes and 54 seconds remaining in this game.
Almost another steal.
Well, excuse me, it's going to count like another steal because Kuntz threw it out of bounds, and now it's going to be Hargrave basketball. McGee set to check in for New River. And McGee checks in for Price.
Yeah, I'm sure New River, they were hoping they could possibly cut this down maybe to 15. They cut it down to 19, and that's the furthest they've been able to get it to.
Purifoy to Davis. Davis will walk the ball up, waiting on that high screen. He's going to take the jumper. Nobody pulled up on him. McGee with the basketball, pushing it in the front court. McGee searching for an open man. Kicks it to Reed. Reed with the basketball. Reed Alexander shifts through, steps behind his back, crossover. Finds Reed on the outside, crossover, loses the handle, back to McGee. McGee will back it back out. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Bounce pass into Kuntz, and he can't get it to go. Scott Meredith, he's going to reset. He's going to back it back out, crossover. Kicks it to Davis, back around to Purifoy. Purifoy sizing his competition up. Kicks it back to Hoover. Hoover on the drive, steps back to Meredith. Meredith for the 3, And one of the few air balls you'll ever see from Scott Meredith.
Yeah, I mean, he might miss a three a time or two, but he never usually ever air balls.
Reed on the drive, throws it up and under, and he gets it to go 64-43. The lead is cut to 21. Yep. 15 minutes and 35 seconds remaining in the second half.
It's a quick second half so far.
It has been a very quick second half.
Yeah.
Not a lot of foul calls have been called. No timeouts, really.
Yeah,
and Taylor for three.
Yeah, that's amazing. No fouls have been called so far.
Taylor can't get it to go, but Davis on the rebound. He can't get it to go as well. McGee with it. Bounce pass to Alexander. And as the referees talk it up, it will be Hargrave basketball once again. Another turnover by New River.
Yeah, it's just another turnover. It's just the turnovers absolutely just killed New River.
So if New River loses this game, we're going to say death by turnover.
Pretty much, yes. Pretty much.
Davis with it in the front court. In and out, goes up with it, throws it off the rim, gets his own rebound, can handle it. McGee with the basketball, throws it up to Dobbins. Dobbins catches it with that left hand. He's going to Euro step, and he's going to get the bucket to go, and he's going to get a chance to go to the free throw line for the three-point play.
Yeah, Meredith was out of position, and he was not set, so that was a good call. They have the possibility to cut this down to 18, which would be the smallest margin they've had in quite some time.
Now, honestly, what had me confused was why Dobbins did the Euro step into his man instead of doing it from his man.
I know. I mean, that was a good risk of him actually getting an offensive foul called against him.
Well, I think why he did it into his man, obviously, because he knew that his man probably knew he would do it the other way, so he tried to catch him off guard, and it worked for him. Purifoy with the nice jam. My goodness.
Wow.
He took him up a couple stairs, a couple elevator flights.
My goodness.
And dropped him off at the 6th floor.
Yeah, that was incredible.
And after that, honestly, I would call a timeout.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you're already down by about 21 as New River finally scores once again. Tyrone Taylor with the three at the top of the key, and that's money.
Yeah, that was wide open. Too easy of a shot, but then they give up. And unbelievable, 68-47 now.
68-47, and it's just as things couldn't get any worse for New River. Bounce pass into Hines. Hines with the lay-in, 68-49. Hargrave still up by 19. John Davis with the basketball. And now I think they're going to try to set up a couple plays on this New River team. This is getting to look more like practice as it is looking like an actual game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Purifoy with the three. Over the short man. He says a few choice words to Hines right after the three. 71-49. Dobbins picks up the ball in the half court. Crossover. Goes up with it with the right hand. And can't get it to go, but he will go to the free throw line and receive two from the charity stripe.
I tell you, that dunk seems to have just completely energized Hargrave if they didn't need enough energy as it is.
As if they didn't need enough energy already.
I know. It's just that was incredible. That was an incredible dunk, incredible circumstance. 22-point game. You know what's so crazy is this game could be even more lopsided than it really is.
Yeah, but I mean, somehow, some way, New River has found ways to score and get to the rack and still convert. Dobbins misses the first.
They've had a great deal of difficulty finishing off, at the free throw line, and they've missed at least 6 or 7 foul shots tonight. But with a 22-point margin, it doesn't really make that big of a difference.
Jalen Jordan into the game for Jordan Alexander for New River. Kewan Johnson also entered into the game. John Davis with it in the front court. Davis will reset the play. Davis picks up his dribble to Purifoy. Purifoy unguarded at the top of the key. Purifoy going to take advantage of his matchup. Goes to the rack. Is immediately fouled as he tells Hines that he can't guard him the entire time. 73-50. And if you're New River, you find a way to double team Purifoy, or you take Hines off of him because that man can't guard him tonight.
I mean, Purifoy, he's just having his way right now. He's having his lay in the land, and it's unbelievable.
Purifoy is having his way. I think he's had like 3 straight buckets.
Yeah.
Whether it was the dunk, the 3, or he took it to the hole for the 3-point play, and he makes the free throw just in case you were wondering. 74-50.
Yeah,
Hargrave up by 40. Jalen Jordan behind his back gets in there coast to coast, but he's blocked by Kewan Johnson. And it will be a goaltending violation with 13 minutes and 11 seconds remaining. 74-52. Davis will walk it into the front court. He's met by McGee. Davis calling out the play, passes it to Tyron Taylor. Tyron Taylor with the jab step, takes it in, lays it up with the right hand in the middle of the paint, and timeout A.W. Hamilton. 12 minutes and 55 seconds remaining, 76-52.
Yeah, you don't see a coach who's up 24 points usually take timeouts very often, but maybe he's just trying to calm his guys down just a little bit.
And you know what? For a little timeout banter, we're going to get one of our close friends in. He does play-by-play around this area as well. His name is Dustin Shelton. He is an avid Hargrave attender, does play-by-play for radio, especially his website. We're gonna put him on just a little bit. Maybe he can talk to us about this Hargrave team. So, Dustin, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. How about y'all?
We're actually doing fine. So what do you think about this game? I'm pretty sure you've seen a little bit better competition played against Hargrave.
Yeah, a lot better competition. This team is just, they were trying to do what Hargrave's trying to do. They're trying to play the press. They're trying to shoot threes, and they can't do it. They can't do what Hargrave can do.
Not many teams can do what Hargrave does, but, I mean, what do you think New River should do?
Start fouling.
Well, it seems like they've been trying to shoot threes and it just isn't working. I mean, and Hargrave's able to get turnovers. So talk about what Hargrave's able to do, especially with Purifoy. He's able to go do whatever he wants.
Yeah, Hargrave can pretty much play any kind of pace they want to. If they want to slow down plays half court, they can. If they want to go full out sprint and play press all night, they can because they got the athletes to do it.
Yeah, and it just seems like right now at 24 points, seems like this game could end up getting to the 30s or possibly the 40s the way things are going right now.
Tyron Taylor for 3. Can't get it to go. Back out to John Davis. John Davis kicks it to Tyron Taylor. Goes up with the left. Can't get it to go, but Purifoy gets it back again, imposing his will. And that's 3 opportunities that Hargrave just wasn't able to capitalize on.
All right. And New River's on shot. Oh, absolute monster block. Throws up the court.
That was one of those Justice Winslow rejections. You know it was, Brandon. It was one of those Justice, but excuse me, McGee comes over the top and just blocks Kewan Johnson from the help side. Little man getting a little revenge there. That's a little Nate Robinson ordeal on that one, right?
Yeah, it's definitely safe. Yeah, that's amazing. Right now they got a chance to possibly push this out to the largest lead they've had tonight.
Davis will get 2 from the free throw line. 12 minutes and 19 seconds remaining in the second half, 76-52. Free throw rims in and out. Still got Dustin Shelton here. He's going to provide a little bit of color commentary with Brandon as well. We're going to ask him a lot more questions about this Hargrave team. You know what, since we're at the free throw line right now, Dustin, I think we've already heard about Montrezl Harrell being one of the best, to ever come through Hargrave as well, but who else would you put in that class?
I've got to go definitely Terry Rozier. Terry Rozier averaged 30 points a night. He is Hargrave's leading scorer.
30 points a night as the ball almost hits us in the face as well. Another turnover by New River, and if I had a stat sheet at this point, I would love to see how many turnovers New River has against this Hargrave team.
It has to be close. It has to be over 20.
It's a lot.
It's a whole lot.
John Davis to Purifoy. Purifoy with the pump fake, uses his strength, throws him around, gets up, and just bodies Hines once again. Jalen Jordan with the basketball. Jalen Jordan taking it up, lowers his shoulder into Tyron Taylor, and he is shaken up. But Kewan Johnson will push it coast to coast, bounce pass, and John Davis gets it to go. 81-52. Another timeout is taken by New River as Jalen Jordan walks off the court shaken up. Hopefully he is all right. That was an official's timeout.
Yeah, it looked like he almost took right in the shoulder. It hit right in the shoulder when he was going up for a basket, and led to another basket. Now it's 29-point game.
Well, the bad thing was he initiated the contact.
I know. Just wasn't able to take the contact.
Bounce pass to Reed, back to McGee. Still met by that stifling full court pressure, and they throw another turnover away. John Davis throws it away as well, but it will still be Hargrave basketball. As McGee tried to intercept the pass. Tried to give his best Richard Sherman audition. Davis with the basketball.
You can do it.
Davis with the basketball. Hoover into the lane, throws it up, gets it rejected. Got a little Dustin Shelton on color commentary right now. Chris Dobbins in the corner, met by Glover. Bounce pass on the inside, throws it over the right shoulder, and somehow, some way, Charles Howard gets it to go.
It does, and that was good defense by Kewan Johnson. It's just sometimes there's just nothing you can do.
Sometimes there's nothing you can do, just like John Davis coming back down and returning it from the right elbow.
And can you believe he doesn't have a school to go to yet?
Seriously, I'm not in belief of that because, he's a pretty good point guard. I think he does things just right. He doesn't cause any turnovers. He can get to the rack whenever he needs to get there. He can stretch the floor. So, and he's a pretty nice size. He's like 6 foot, maybe 6'1", 6'2", borderline. So, I'm just saying, he's a pretty nice size. And he's almost 6'3".
He is 6'3".
On a basketball sheet, he's 6'3".
Yeah.
Okay, but he's about 6'1", honestly.
Yeah, and he plays like it.
But I love the way he plays.
And the ball's coming right towards him.
And we almost got hit in the head once again, and New River throws it away, 85-56, and Hargrave trying to bolster this lead up to 30.
I'll tell you one thing about Dancho Purifoy. He is playing this game he needs to play tonight. The past couple of games, he's been trying to shoot around thinking he's Kevin Durant when he is actually his body-wise reminds me of Paul George.
So who are you referring to again?
Dancho Purifoy.
Okay. I like Purifoy's game. I just don't feel like he'll be able to stretch that floor all the time, especially in like a college system. He's going to Auburn, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Haven't really paid attention to much of their system at all. It's the SEC. It's a weak conference as far as basketball is concerned. But haven't really paid attention. But maybe he'll be able to stretch the floor. Maybe he'll improve it just a little bit. But I got to think that some of these Hargrave rims, a little bit, they're a little shaky.
They're a little bit shaky, but the thing about him is, past couple of games, he just tries to shoot his way out of a funk he's in instead of trying to just attack the basket, which he's really good at. And tonight, he finally got that down pat. He's attacking the lane. He's getting the and ones. He's playing the game he's really good at.
Well, the thing is, he has a super mismatch against Haynes.
Yeah, he does.
I'm not talking about from a height standpoint, from a strength standpoint,
talent standpoint,
from a talent, skill. We're just going to keep going here, aren't we?
Yeah.
I'm trying not to be so mean or anything like that, but if you're watching this game from home, you obviously see that from an athletic talent or skill standpoint that Hargrave is pretty much levels above New River.
They're levels above anybody they really face. This is not the number one.
Now, can't we say you're just a little biased on this?
Well, it's not a little biased. It's just the Hargrave's the number one prep program in the country.
You're right.
They didn't get that name just by getting a bunch of two-star athletes around here. They're getting the top of the best. And the thing is that I can honestly say that this is the least talented Hargrave team they've had in a while. And that's not a knock on them. That's just how great that's how talented the past teams were.
Davis with the ball in the front court. He is met by Price. Bounce pass into Glover's. Glover's going to hand it off to Meredith. He's going to come on, pull up at the right elbow, and that nice soft touch of Meredith finds its way in once again. It is 90-58. Brandon Burnett is back.
Yeah, I'm back.
Oh, my goodness. And let's just get that out of here, sir. We must protect this house as we see Under Armour over there, and it looks like Kewan Johnson said, I will.
He did. I will.
He said, I will protect this house.
Yeah.
I think he said more than that, but I can't repeat that over these airwaves.
No. But no, I'll tell you this is Hargrave's night right now. They are just able to just do whatever
Hoover on the drive. He thought about dunking it, but he turns it into a finger roll. Little Dr. J-esque right there.
Just think about this. There's 9 minutes left in this game, and they haven't even. They're about ready to get
Reed
to
for 3
soon. They're going to be at 100 soon.
The way they're going, They might score like an all-star game number. It might get to like 120 or 130 at the rate they're going.
Seems
I don't see them slowing up. It's 92-61, up by 31, 8 minutes and 58 seconds remaining. And I don't know if it's a thing that New River can do to get themselves back into this game.
Yeah, it's just unbelievable basketball we're seeing from Hargrave tonight. I'm not surprised. I mean, me and Dustin both, we've seen them play over the last 4 years. And
120-43 was one score.
My goodness.
Yeah, that's not even a choke. That's a real score.
That's mean.
I feel like Jeff Van Gundy right now, besides Mike Breen and Mark Jackson.
Right? I am Mark Jackson.
You look like
oh, man.
Hey, you do look
I'm doing the
like
play-by-play.
Mark Jackson.
I know, but I'm doing the play-by-play. Normally when I do my color commentary, I get into my Mark Jackson type of role.
I'm a Derrick Rose that man.
I hit you with a lot of punchlines, hand down, man down.
Yeah.
I get into that role as well. I like that. He's one of my favorite color commentators as well.
Oh, yeah, he's the best one.
Exactly.
He's great.
I feel like if I'm playing the part of Jeff Van Gundy, I got to complain about something.
Hey, you can be like Jeff Van Gundy, get caught up in the news and complain about the Chicago Bulls front office if you want.
Well, I could, but I want to talk about that dress. Is it white and gold or is it blue and black?
It's blue and black.
It's blue and black, man. If anybody sees this as white and gold, they have a problem.
They're crazy.
Well, I got a problem.
White and gold?
No, I'm just messing with
Just saying, I tried to throw it into the light, fix it with my phone, do so many things with it, and I still couldn't see it as white and gold.
I bought it online, and it is definitely white and yellow.
You know, their sales went up like 376% right after it was posted online, right?
That's smart.
78 because I bought one too.
Oh my goodness, he bought one too. Are you going to prom this year? I mean, you're a little too old to be trying to go to prom.
They don't know that.
92-61, 8 minutes and 45 seconds remaining in this game, and I think it's going to get worse before it gets better for New River.
Yeah.
Kewan Johnson on the inbounds to Hunter Shelton. Nice little bounce pass to Hoover. Hoover goes up with it. Just can't get it to go. Tries to tip it back in, but still can't get it to go off the second chance. Price with the ball in the front court, met by Hoover. Price is going to set it back up, kicks it to Reed, back around Alexander, loses the basketball. Hoover with the steal, goes up with it. He's fouled by Alexander, and Hoover will go to the free throw line for two.
It's amazing. It's just a little over 8 minutes left in this game. And
it's 92-61.
This is almost like the time when you think about using a running clock.
Listen, honestly, let me be honest with you. I think they should start using running clocks. I'm talking about in all facets of basketball. When you are getting smashed, annihilated, whatever you want to call it, then listen, let's save you further embarrassment and let's start a running clock.
They do it in football. They do it.
How about you get better and not worry about that? I mean, I hate to sound mean, but it's a college program with a bunch of kids. You're going to have to figure out the hard way that sometimes getting beat like this is probably one of the best things happen to you because at home is you like this. But the running clock thing, you're in college now. You gotta.
You live and you learn.
Yeah, you live and you learn. Some of these kids were on high school teams that blew people out, and now they're in college experiencing the other hand. So it's just part of basketball.
You're right.
Yeah,
you're
splits the two free throws, 93-61 now.
As my vision is being blocked, Jordan Alexander throws it up and somehow, some way, gets the fadeaway in the short corner. That might be one of his first. No, that's his second point in this second half.
Yeah, he hasn't scored much.
And Kewan Johnson with the slam. And the rim is still shaking, just to let you guys know at home.
I think the rim's going to still be shaking by next Tuesday.
The rim's still been shaking from the Purifoy dunk. He just did it again, and it's still shaking as well.
I think it'll be a while before it stops shaking.
Oh, my goodness. You're right. You're right. He shakes every rim he goes to, even Louisville.
Absolutely.
Price on the drive with the finger roll. Kewan Johnson tries to take a charge. There's a no call, but Price gets it to go. 95-65, 30-point lead for Hargrave. Glover with the basketball into the front court. Hands it off to Hunter. You like Glover?
I like Glover. Glover's a really underrated player on this team.
What does he do for this team? We really haven't seen much of Glover.
He's just the way he's a great teammate, and then on the court he's very smart as he grabs the rebound right there. Glover, he's just really smart on the court. He's a great teammate to have. He'll make a player hit with his smarts makes any team, and he fits his Hargrave team perfectly.
What does Hunter Shelton really bring to this team?
Shooting. Hunter Shelton is the best shooter in Kentucky.
Wow.
It's not a nickname. That's what Coach Hamilton told me during the summertime. And he told me he is percentage-wise the best shooter in Kentucky last year.
My goodness, that's a heavy claim. But it's not really heavy when you got the analytics to back it up and you got the percentage. So I'm not a big analytics guy, but when you shooting about 50 to 60% from three, that means something.
That's my boy Andrew Glover just makes a three.
Yeah, he's almost kind of like a glue guy almost for Hargrave.
Chris Dobbins almost rejected by Jalen Hunter, but he will get two as Jalen Hunter picks up the foul, 98-67, 6 minutes and 34 seconds remaining. And you know what? We don't really know much about Jalen Hunter as well. So can you give us a little something on Jalen Hunter?
Jalen's kind of been hurt past couple of weeks. He came back the other day and he has great ball handling skills. He does not commit many turnovers at all. And when you're playing a fast pace like Hargrave does, a guy that doesn't turn the ball over stays on the court very long.
Dobbins makes the first. Hargrave sending more subs into the game. James Scott, Connor Polche, and Zach McDaniel have entered into the game. 98-68, 6 minutes and 34 seconds remaining. Dobbins on his second free throw.
Both free throws, one in.
James Scott on the inbounds to Jalen Hunter. Jalen Hunter will push it up the floor. He is met by Price. In between his legs, goes coast to coast, but he is blocked by Charles Howard.
And I just realized that we're only one basket away from being at the century mark.
So this isn't like the Lakers where you get free tacos if you reach 100, is it?
Man, I really wish.
I really want free tacos.
The Lakers fans free tacos just from waking to watch that team.
Thank you. I need free tacos. Hunter Shelton knocks it down. Swaggy from the short corner. McGee on the inbound, searching for an open man to Price. Price with the spin move. Met by three defenders, breaks it, splits it. But Jalen Hunter possibly will pick up his second foul. Maybe not Jalen Hunter. It just might be Zach McDaniel. No, it's going to be on Jalen Hunter.
Also on Andrew Glover, I want to say congratulations. He committed to the University of South Carolina Aiken Pacer Nation last week. So a guy that comes off the bench still going to Division I college. That tells you how much talent is on this bench.
That's impressive. In the corner, Alexander knocks it down for three. And that seems to be exactly what he does. He spots up for three. He tries to create off the dribble, but doesn't do a good job of that. But when he spots up for three, he's been pretty successful, especially here in the corner. Oh, my goodness. What a nice crossover from Jalen Hunter. Got to the rim and was rejected by the rim. A little bit off the ball as well, but, you can't make them all.
That's right.
They could have made more.
100-72. And no, I'm not lying to you guys at home. If you look at the scoreboard, it is 100-72, 5 minutes and 45 seconds remaining. Price on the drive, trying to break this press. Once again, Alexander in the corner for three. Two back-to-back threes in the same spot. I think we found where his spot is.
Yeah, that's a spot right there. He just shoots right in front of our table. He was able to knock it down, cut it all the way down to 25.
Scott, number 32. He might not be the best player on the court, but he's the hardest worker.
I like to hear that. I like hard work. I really do. It goes underrated. It goes unnoticed because you don't see it. And most of the time, his talent may not say, because he's probably not the most athletic, and he's probably not the fastest, probably one of the slowest, but he's one of the tallest. But he probably works just as hard as everybody else, if not more.
Absolutely. One thing about this team, Coach Hamilton told me during the summertime, this team's not going to have any size, but it's going to be athletic and really hard-working, and he was right.
Alexander to Dobbins, into Howard, into the post. Back to Price, back to Alexander for three. He's got it going, and that's 3 for 3 from him. Maybe if they could have gotten that earlier, they still might be in this game, but it is 100-78 as A.W. Hamilton will call another timeout. 4 minutes and 48 seconds remaining in this game.
Well, the thing that's funny, when he hit the three-pointer, that was not the same spot he hit the other two three-pointers at. He actually shot it up from...
So what you're saying is he's not a one-trick pony. He can space the floor a little bit more from not just the corner, but the wing.
Yeah, but the thing that's so bad is it's a 22-point game.
Well, listen, if this was the Splash Brothers in Golden State, I would say they could get right back in this game, no question. But considering of the level of competition that Hargrave is playing today, I don't see it happening. I could see Hargrave letting up for a stint like they have just now. but I still see them hitting. I mean, they can't. New River's tried to go bucket for bucket. They've thrown too many turnovers, and they just can't seem to find themselves back in this game against this team.
Well, it's so many unforced turnovers, and Dustin, when they dribble the ball with their foot or throw the ball away, I mean, it just seems like Hargrave feeds off that.
Hargrave lets them make their mistakes. They don't get in the way. That, if you understand what I'm saying on that one, they don't. Sometimes Hargrave will get turnovers by doing that press they're so good at. Then sometimes they'll act like they're going to put the press on and make the other team paranoid and make them make the mistakes, and they don't interrupt them while they're making the mistakes.
So basically, they just psych them out.
We got you in it.
Did a money ball.
Jalen Hunter tracks the ball down. Hunter tracks the ball down in the backcourt, in between his legs, pulling up on, going to the right side, behind his back, showing off the handle as well. Stolen by Alexander, pulls up the three. Can't get it to go off the back iron. Hunter with the rebound. Hunter pushing it up the floor, showing off his handle in between his legs to Scott in the corner, and he can't get it to go as well. Oh, my goodness. Dustin Shelton wants me to do MVP, NBA talk, and we got to get something. We got to do something while we're on this talk, so hold on for a second. I'm going to continue to do my play-by-play right now. Price, back out to McGee. McGee with the basketball, met by Poche. Back inside to McGee. Can't get it to go, but finds himself on the floor, and he'll head to the free throw line for two. Now, okay, you want to talk this MVP talk. And I love NBA talk as much as the next person, but trust me, I'm a true NBA head. So if we're going to go MVP talk, my top five goes like this. This is how it goes. Yeah, okay, three. No, we'll go three. Let's go three. Let's go three. We don't have enough time for five, probably. You're right. All right, we go James Harden. Step one. James Harden at number one. Stephen Curry at number two. And then, you know what? I'll put Russell Westbrook at number three.
Well, you stole mine, but I'm going to put in a different one. Okay, I'm going to go Harden 3, Curry 2, and I'm going to go Russell Westbrook 1.
Because of the month of February alone?
No, he's played the whole season mostly without Durant. Durant's missed almost half the season, and he's still putting up monster number. He put another triple-double next time.
I do agree. I think
off
Russell,
38 shots. You know I got league pass at the crib, so. And that came on TNT.
You know I have Sports Center at the crib, too.
I do agree. I think Russell Westbrook is going to be he's going to be in the running. I think it's going to come down between James Harden and Russell Westbrook.
Okay, listen. This is why I think James Harden should get the MVP. He's done with more with less. Hasn't had Dwight Howard for the most of the year. Hold on. Brewer, for the most part, is not one of the best offensive players in the league, even though he's dropped 50 last year with the Minnesota Timberwolves. Another thing with that, James Harden has contributed to more three-pointers than any other person in the league. He almost averages a triple-double, had the most triple-doubles going into the league other than Westbrook before Westbrook started exploding. And James Harden has also, what has he done? He's stepped up his defense, ladies and gentlemen, and they are one of the top defensive teams in the league. Also, they're number 3 in the West, whereas Russell Westbrook has been doing this without Kevin Durant. But guess what? They're number 8 in the West, and it is the West, but they're number 8.
Okay, you talking about doing more with less. So Dwight Howard, Josh Smith.
Dwight Howard is less anyways.
Okay, I will
How
give
about
you
that
Dwight
one?
Howard
Josh Smith is less.
Josh Smith's still a very good player in this league. Dwight Howard's still great. I wouldn't say he's good. He's not as good as his Orlando days, but he's still a good player. Josh Smith is still very good.
I would give you that because he can still get up. He can get up a triple-double if he wanted to. Seriously.
And they got a lot of good defensive players. Patrick Beverly.
Yes.
Okay, Josh Smith plays good defense.
Yes,
Dwight Howard is
times.
a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year.
Yes. But he's been out for the whole year, basically.
Okay, James Harden, he set up his defense, so instead of 25, his opponents are only scoring 20 on him.
All I'm saying is this. I like how you came with that 20 on him, but listen,
Yeah.
James Harden, triple-doubles almost every night.
Okay.
Russell Westbrook's doing this now, and Russell Westbrook is putting up phenomenal numbers.
Yeah.
But last night, he had a triple-double, 38 shots, shot a little too much for my opinion. I don't really care. I like being overly aggressive. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
I love Russ. My take on him has not changed from a media perspective. I've loved Russ ever since he got with Oklahoma City Thunder. And I thought he was the better player than Durant.
I liked him at
because he gave a
UCLA.
little
I
more.
thought he was better than Kevin Love at UCLA.
Oh, he was better than Kevin Love. We see that Kevin Love is getting exposed right now in Cleveland.
Well, what do you want to say, Brandon?
No, I just say that
That it's 103 to 78, 2 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in this Hargrave game just to keep you up with the score.
Yeah, and this game is getting salted away right now by Hargrave. Hargrave is just basically just holding the ball right now. So next foul put him in on the line.
Kewan Johnson at the top of the key on the drive, takes the contact, throws it up, can't get it to go. Howard on the rebound, outlets it to Alexander. Alexander pushing it up the floor, kicks it to Price for three in the corner. Price can't knock it down. Tyrone Taylor on the rebound, pushing it up the floor. He's going to step back. He's going to throw it over in the corner. Can he knock it down? And he is fouled.
Fouled, and he'll have 3 shots upcoming.
Andrew Glover will go to the free throw line for 3. And that's something that I hate when players foul at the three-point line.
Yep.
It's like, listen, close out hard, but don't close out too hard. And look, check this out. This is what I mean when I say close out hard, but don't close out too hard. When you close out, you have to stay low, but you have to stay high at the same time. That's what the coaches always tell you. You stay low and you stay high. You keep that hand up in his face, but you chop your feet as you close out. Because if you close out too hard, you're going to end up fouling him just like he did.
Well, and then a lot of times the shooter will kick his leg out and kind of almost
He'll
like
do a Chauncey Billups rendition.
Yes. And
or anybody else in the league right now that flops as he makes his second free throw.
And that's a lot of people.
I think flopping is an art. It's like it's being taught nowadays because you see it in college a lot, especially these days, and it works.
It works. Everybody knocks on it, but it works. And you don't like it when it happens to your team. When another team does it to you and it's successful, you don't like it. But when it goes for your side, you love the rule. And
my goodness, Andrew Glover just tried to pipe. McGee wasn't able to finish, but they get it back and they put it up and in. 108-78, a minute and 20 seconds remaining in this game.
Yeah.
I understand. He saw that Andrew Glover almost put somebody else in the rim. And there's a steal. Hoover going up with it. The nice jam. Once again, 110-78, just adding more emphasis to a blowout.
Yeah, it's
and we have a couple subs in this game.
Add an insult to injury right now.
Insult to injury. Jordan Miller is into this game. Scott Meredith pushing it up the court. Tyrone Taylor with the jam as well. Gets it up nice and easy. 112-78. 50 seconds remaining in this game. Jordan Miller bringing it up the court. Jordan Miller's going to back it back out. He's going to stutter step, bounce pass into Howard. Tries to get the bounce pass as well. On the steal. Up and once again, he may not have piped him last time, but Andrew Glover gets the breakaway steal and throws it down. Chris Dobbins goes up with it, finishes through the contact, looks at the ref expecting the foul, but the ref is just like us, and he's ready to get out of here from this blowout. 114-80 here.
Well,
as you hear the Hargrave chant.
Dunk contest in the last couple minutes.
I'm wondering why the Hargrave guys are singing "Na-Na Bye-Bye" to the New River players, because they do know they have to play here tomorrow too, right?
Ain't it though? At least they didn't get their keys and start, shaking the keys and telling them to get into their cars as well.
Yeah, one's doing it right now.
Oh, well, excuse me. See, I spoke about it. And that's the end of the game. 114-80. Hargrave wins once again in blowout fashion. It still was entertaining in the end. Saw a lot of 3 balls. Saw a lot of dunks in the end. Had Dustin Shelton on here as well. And we loved it. We're going to have him on just as much as more. Me and Brandon Burnett.
Yeah.
This has been a little bit more from YTV 40. Hargrave gets the win again, and A.W. Hamilton adds another to the resume. We're going to take it easy from here, and we'll be right back with more sports.